So you're about to take your first online course at Drexel. You're probably wondering how an online course will differ from courses you've taken face-to-face in the past. In those classes, you may have listened to your instructor lecture, taken exams and quizzes, submitted papers and projects, and maybe even collaborated with a group of other students. Online courses don't have to be any different. You can still do all of those things, even though you and your classmates never sit in the same room. Let's take a brief look at those common course elements to see how they will work in an online course. Then, you'll be able to walk through the rest of this orientation to learn more about how those tools work. Think of this as an online course about online courses. So let's get started. In face-to-face courses, lectures probably consist of sitting in a classroom while your professor is giving a talk, while either writing on the board or using a PowerPoint. You listen and take notes to refresh your memory later. Well, in the online environment, there isn't a big difference, but there are some benefits. Your professor will often record their lectures as multimedia, so you can hear what they have to say at the same time as seeing a PowerPoint. Unlike a traditional lecture, you can watch these lectures when you have the time. You can pause them or rewind them if you missed a point. Online lectures also tend to be shorter than classroom lectures because there are no questions from the class during the lecture itself. In addition, your professor may occasionally hold a live classroom event. Using collaborative software, you will have the chance to interact with your professor and the rest of the class using a microphone and possibly even video. Your professor can show slides, documents, or notes, and conduct class much like the kind of lectures you are already used to. Think of taking a quiz in a typical face-to-face course. You will report to your classroom or exam location, receive a set of questions, usually on paper, and have a set amount of time to answer them. Your professor will decide if you are allowed to use your textbooks or notes to complete the test. At the end of that time, you submit your answers, and then you later receive a grade and feedback. Quizzing is very much the same online, except that you don't have to go to class to take the test. Your quiz will still be timed like in class, but you will usually have a window in which to take it, so that it fits into your schedule. So, for example, you may have 30 minutes for a quiz, but you can start that 30 minutes anytime between Wednesday morning and Friday evening. When you enter the quiz, you will be able to see and answer the questions. Your instructor will tell you whether you can use notes to complete the quiz. When you do submit the quiz, you may receive feedback immediately, or you will see your grade in the gradebook at a later date. Submitting assignments in an online course is almost identical to a face-to-face course, except you don't have to search for a stapler. Rather than printing out all of the parts of your assignment and bringing it to class, you can upload all of your files to an assignment Dropbox within your online course. Just like in your face-to-face classes, your assignments will have due dates and can be marked late if not submitted on time. Chances are you have at some point been involved in a group project. You probably used class time to discuss scheduling and project details, and made appointments to meet with your group members to work together to complete your work and to practice presentations. This couldn't possibly happen in an online course, right? Actually, group collaboration is common online. Blackboard Learn provides various tools to allow students to collaborate with distant partners, and your professor may choose to make additional tools available to allow you to work effectively as a team. Rather than meeting in person, you'll communicate with your group members using group forums, email, and online conferencing. As you now know, while the online experience is new, it is not vastly different from taking a course in person. Many of the same experiences you are used to will translate pretty directly to the online course. However, one aspect that is likely to change most dramatically is how you manage your time. When you take a class on campus, you have set times to go to class and listen to lectures, take exams, or work with a group. In the online environment, while you will have deadlines for assignments, group projects, and exams, it is up to you to schedule all of your classwork and submit it on time. This can be a difficult adjustment. Taking an online course will put your organizational skills to the test, especially if you are taking your online courses simultaneously with on-campus courses or a full-time job. Many students find it useful to review their coursework at the beginning of the week and to make a schedule or to-do list in an online calendar or day planner. You will learn what organizational strategies work best for you, but keep in mind that you will need to find a way to keep yourself on track. Now that we've taken a brief look at how an online course works, you can use the rest of this orientation course to learn more about the various tools and features within Blackboard Learn.